Now come to the third, the subject is acted upon. For example, the victim was taken to the hospital. मतलब it means that कि subject के ऊपर क्या काम हो रहा है, किसके ऊपर काम हो रहा है. So to the victim. Now spotting the subject. To identify the subject in a sentence, we should identify the verb. Once the verb is identified, we should ask the question who or what is doing the action, or who or what we are speaking about. Let us learn to identify the subjects and different kinds of sentences. Children, in previous chapter, you have already studied the kinds of sentences according to the functions, right? So this is the first type of kind of sentence, declarative sentence. In declarative sentence, the subject usually appears before the verb. For example, the puppy bit the postman's ankle. So what do you understand by declarative sentence? A declarative sentence is the most common type of sentence, right, in English language, and it is written in the present tense and usually ends with a period. Normally the subject comes before the verb. Now interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence with one verb, the subject usually appears after the verb. For example, where is the puppy? Which is your favorite color? So what do you understand by interrogative sentences? In these types of sentences that ask a question and ends with the question mark, just like any other type of sentence. It has a subject and a predicate also, and in this kind of sentence the first verb precedes the subject. Now in interrogative sentences with two verbs, the helping verbs and the main verbs and subject appears between the two verbs also. Do you play cricket? Right. Now come to imperative sentences. And imperative sentences, the subject you is implied. For example, you come here. Clean your room. So children, the sentences which is used to convey a command, a request, right, is called an imperative sentences. This type of sentences always takes the second person, and the second person is you, right? You come here for the subject, but most of the time the subject remains hidden. The subject remains hidden. Come here, it means you come here. Clean your room, it means clean your room. You clean your room. Bring me a glass of water, right? Now exclamatory sentences. In exclamatory sentences, the subject generally comes before the verb. For example, how beautiful the garden is. So children, an exclamatory sentences is a type of main clause, and that expresses strong feelings in a form of an exclamation, right? Now kinds of predicates. A predicate can just be a single verb. For example, the dog barked. The dog is the subject and barked is the predicate. A predicate can be phrase containing a verb in some tense, person and number. For example, the new boy in the class is very intelligent. Now next, when the verb is an intransitive verb, the predicate can be a verb and its modifier or complement. Children, do you know the meaning of intransitive? Intransitive verbs is simply defined as a verb that does not take a direct object. Children, it means that there is no word in the sentence that tells who or what received the action of the verb, right? While there may be a word or phrase following an intransitive word. Such words and phrases typically answer the question, how? Now, when the verb is a transitive verb, the predicate can be a verb and its objects. So, what do you understand by transitive verb? A transitive verb is a verb that requires a direct object, which is a noun, pronoun or a noun phrases that follows the verb and completes the sentences, meaning by indicating the person or thing that receives the action of the verb. And the direct object typically answer the question what or whom. So this is the meaning of transitive verb. Now, when the verb is a transitive verb with two objects, the predicate consists of the verb and its objects, direct object and indirect object, right? Now, a predicate can be two or more verbs or verbs phrases that may be joined by conjunctions such as and, not only, but also. These all are conjunctions. Now, when a sentence has two or more predicates, we call the predicates a compound predicate. So, children, what do you understand by compound predicate? A compound predicate occurs when the subject in the sentence is doing more than one action and is shared by two or more verbs. And these verbs are joined by a conjunction or a connecting word. Conjunction is also called connecting words such as and, or, and, but. Right, children? Now, I hope you have done your exercise in your notebook. If you have not completed yet, kindly complete exercise A in your notebook and revert it in Google Classroom. Thank you, children.